go, man.
What's up?
What's going on, dude?
Not much. Just here, man. How about you?
I'm doing good. Look, guys, I just want to say that we fucking spent. We were supposed to start like 2 hours earlier. So it's pretty late. How late is it over there in Texas?
It's fucking like about to be 11.
We were supposed to start at 8.
Yeah.
Well, some things take time, I guess.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? My name is Tony. This is my co-host down here, Noe.
What's up, yo?
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about the Snyder Cut and Falcon and Winter Soldier today, which
Yep.
were both pretty awesome. I think we're both in agreement with that.
Well, which one would you prefer more? Like, which one? I mean, yeah, one's a
I mean,
4 hour fucking movie compared to a show, but
true. Justice League, I guess, was better, but that's like
yeah.
the whole tomato, you know.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, Noe and I have been talking about doing a podcast about whether it be comic books or movies based on comic books. We're big comic book fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Back in the day, like when we were in high school, I used to collect comic books. You too, right? You've been collecting since you were a
Yeah.
kid.
I collected and read, and I stopped reading comics. I collect more keys and a lot of famous artists and stuff now. I don't read no more.
Yeah. Well, maybe this show will turn you around and get you reading again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been collecting comic books since I was a kid. I remember when I was maybe I don't know like 6 or 7, I had like a whole drawer just filled with comic books that my parents eventually threw away. I can't remember. I remember like some like good Spider-Man comics, Venom comics. I was a big Spider-Man fan back then, so damn, I wonder what happened to those. They're in some like garbage bin somewhere. Hopefully somebody scooped them out and they're able to use them now.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. All right, guys. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier first. Yeah. So this is Marvel's second TV show. First one being WandaVision.
Which I haven't seen, but I plan on to. But I
Yeah.
was more excited for this one.
Yeah. WandaVision it's good, but it's more drama based. There's some action at the end, and it was really good, you know. But it's the action was more towards the end of the movie, which was still really good, and more sitcom-y.
Yeah.
So like if you like sitcoms and stuff like that, WandaVision's really good to watch. She's gonna like point out stuff like, hey, that's from that show, or they use that from that show, and it's cool because every like episode in WandaVision, they would move up 10 years. So they started like in the 50s. Next episode they'd be in the 60s. Next episode they'd be in the 70s, and
Mm.
they just kept going in that direction. It was pretty cool to see all the old sitcom tropes and stuff like that.
But was it a payoff at the end? Like, was it worth it? Like, would you say like, oh, this is leading to something even bigger, like usually the movies did? Like,
Yeah, so we all know that this is supposed to lead into Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness.
yeah,
And yeah, there's some really big key points. I mean, they're not huge, but
hmm
there's something that's gonna be in the movie that's in WandaVision.
okay,
I'm not gonna
I got
spoil it for you because I think you're gonna love it. So I'll let
okay,
you watch it and then we can talk about it in the coming weeks or something whenever you finish watching it. But it
yeah,
was
for
really
sure.
good. But yeah, but unlike WandaVision, freaking Falcon and the Winter Soldier, man, started off action packed, dude. I loved it. It was a good like
Yeah,
40 minutes. I think there's like 6 episodes they're doing.
yeah. It's only gonna be 6 episodes, which is very short. So I'm hoping there's not a lot of fillers, like not a lot of bullshit talking. First episode did well, I think, so far.
Yeah, so like we start off and Falcon's getting ready. It looks like he's ironing some clothes or something, and it looks like
Yeah,
he's getting ready for a funeral. And then you see him get the case that Captain America had gave him for the shield, and it looks like he's gonna go retire the shield. But before that scene, we get into a scene with him on a helicopter doing a mission for the Air Force. It looks like.
yeah.
So a lot of action right off the bat. It was nice. It was good seeing George St. Pierre again. GSP, dude.
Yeah.
I forgot he
Yeah.
was in there. I was like, wait a minute. I thought they had arrested him, or maybe like he died in the
Yeah, Winter Soldier. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought Max got beat and that was it. Like he's gone, but no, he's back, and
Hey.
yeah, I was so surprised. Like,
Well, he whooped Falcon's ass pretty easily, you know. But I
yeah,
guess
he did.
that's what happens when you don't have super strength, you know, or the super soldier serum.
What did you think? I thought it was cool how his wings became a shield for the bullets. Like, I was like, whoa, like, because that wasn't in any of the movies, right?
Yeah, I
Like, I
don't
think
think
he
I've
was
ever
just
seen it.
dodging, like,
Yeah, like I've never seen him be flexible like that. You know how they're like he usually uses them to fly and like
that's
dodge out
it.
of
Yeah.
stuff, but I've never seen him like reflect in to dodge bullets. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and also in the beginning, he does the shoot, like he jumps out without a parachute, which was like an immediate throwback to Steve Rogers, if you remember. I think the Winter Soldier, he jumps out. Oh, he didn't have a chute. Like nope. Like I don't know. I thought that was kind of like a throwback
Yeah,
immediately.
man, that was pretty cool. Like how he nonchalantly, right? He just like throws himself over.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was really funny. But yeah, before so like when he's ironing his clothes and stuff, you hear the Endgame lines come in from
yeah.
Endgame when Cap gives him the shield and he's like,
Oh,
"How does it feel?" And he's like, "Well, it feels like it belongs to somebody else."
somebody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So maybe I think what this series is building up to is maybe him feeling deserving of Cap's shield to finally wield it. You know?
And I think you're right about that, but also I feel like maybe he feels like it belongs to Bucky Barnes, maybe because Bucky
Oh
Barnes did
yeah,
take the mantle.
he
And in the
did.
first, yeah, he did, because in the first, to go back, the first Captain America movie, there's a scene on the train where he throws the Bucky Barnes uses the shield just real quick before he gets his ass thrown out the train. But like to me, it was like, oh shit, like that's the a little Easter egg of when Bucky took the mantle. But that's just me. But I'm thinking that's what he means by it's not. It doesn't belong to him. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. Maybe Bucky will get it. That'd be nice. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's been Captain America in the past.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, they have this big action scene, helicopters exploding everywhere. I guess they're trying to get this hostage that they have on this plane. Um, and I got excited for a second because they were like, we can't, or we got to stop him before he enters the next territory. I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what territory are you talking about? And I was like, because
Yeah.
I know it, like Doom with Latveria is like very like stay off of our
Yes.
out
Stay
of our
off our
land.
turf.
Yeah, stay out of our territory. So I was like, okay, where are they going? Where are they going with this? And they start off and they're like, yeah, and then they're like, wait, he's almost into Libya, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
close, man, that was close. I like held on to the L. I was like, oh my god, they can say it, Latveria, you gonna get Doom? But no,
Yeah. No.
it was Libya, which is okay, but yeah. But yeah, after that whole action scene and everything, it was pretty awesome. He saves a guy. Torres, I guess, is like a new character they're introducing. I don't know if you knew this, but Torres is actually he steps in as the Falcon when Falcon takes up the mantle for Captain America.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
so that makes sense. Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, okay, if this leads up to Sam taking up the Captain America mantle, well, then maybe this character become Torres, or maybe there's something more behind it. I don't know.
Yeah. I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so maybe that'll happen. I don't know. Maybe that'll happen in the future. But yeah, then after like the whole action pack scene, he fights with the GSP.
Mhm.
What's that character? Is it Batroc?
I think it's
Batroc?
Batroc. Batroc.
Yeah, they had some
Batroc.
nice fighting scenes. I enjoyed those.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was kind of funny though, like when they jump out that first plane with the hostage and they get in their like suits to fly. It's like you're against the Falcon, right? He's trained to fly, like yeah. I was just like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I was like,
I
wait.
mean, I guess
I was like, you're
just
going.
for
I was
time.
the same way. I was like, wait a minute. You're deciding to fly against the Falcon?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's see how that turns out for you. It seems it
Oh,
didn't
and
turn out good.
also, his little toy Red Wing, I think, dude, that thing is so cool. that little machine he
Oh
had.
yeah.
Like that thing was really awesome, dude. I was like, this is really fucking cool.
Yeah, dude. So it looks like it's listening to his commands now, much like
Yeah,
Jarvis and Friday, like Captain America's suit.
yeah,
But yeah, that Red Wing was doing some cool shit. I like how they or I like how they brought Red Wing into the series because in the comics he's a bird, right? He's
yeah. He's supposed
Falcon's
to be a real
Falcon.
bird.
Yeah, but I guess you might
Yeah,
you would rather have this type of ally rather than a bird.
and a
What is a bird?
bird. He's like caca caca, like just scratching.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah,
rather have a drone that can laser off doors and shit.
yeah. Laser outdoors. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, after all that happens, we get to the scene with Falcon, and he's talking to I guess it's like a military press or something, and they're gonna retire Steve Rogers' shield, right? So
Yeah.
and then we get an appearance from Rhodey in there too, man. I wasn't
Yeah, like
expecting him.
yeah, especially the first episode. Like I wasn't expecting that at all. So like I'm really hoping for a Falcon and War Machine team up, but in the sky. Like I want to see Rhodes in armor. I want to see Falcon in armor. Just having like
Yeah,
an
man,
air fight somewhere. Like
tearing it up. That'd be fucking
yeah,
awesome, dude.
that'll be fucking cool.
I mean, I don't know if this is gonna be the extent of his, appearance in the show. I think he might have like a couple of more episodes.
Well, he did tell him, "I'll be seeing you again." So I'm pretty sure they didn't throw that line in there for nothing.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's true. So yeah, we'll see. Well, hopefully he shows up in like later episodes. That'd be
yeah,
badass. But yeah, so he's basically, Rhodey's kind of, talking to him after like the military briefing and stuff like that. And he's basically like, why? Like he gives off the impression he's like, why are you giving the shield back? Like, what are you doing? Like Cap gave it to you, man.
yeah, dude. The Captain America gave you his shield, and you're just giving it like what? Like, but
Yeah, like I don't know if I guess he still feels like he's not deserving or something. So at least that's the impression I get. So
yeah,
yeah. Um, but yeah, that scene was nice. It was, I guess they were in a museum or something, like a tribute to Captain America
yeah.
because he
It's like
saw.
yeah, it's a tribute to like I guess the past. Like they have his bike, they have his armor, now they have his shield, and there's like the biography of also Bucky Barnes, which they zoom in because shows about Bucky Barnes as well.
Yeah, dude, Winter Soldier, which is coming up next. But okay, so I don't know, you got this impression, but when he gave away his shield, like that guy came off super douchey, right?
Oh yeah,
Especially,
like
you did the right thing, or that was the right decision.
yeah, like you. I mean, I know it's a show and they gotta have story, but even I'm like, why are you giving the shield away? Like, come on, man. Like, but yeah,
Yeah. So so after all that happens, not Rhodey, Sam gives away the shield, and it looks like they're gonna just store it there at the museum.
mhm.
But after this is one of the coolest scenes in the movie, I think, when we're introduced back into the Winter Soldier. So
Best scene for me.
yeah,
Best.
it was pretty dope. So it opens up and Bucky's just destroying like all the, I don't know,
Yeah,
it's like a foreign gang or something. But he's just destroying them, and yeah. So I forget who he kills at the end. He kills some leader or something in the end, and he says "Hail Hydra," right? And
yeah. I said
you
Hydra.
said you noticed because he had like a star, right?
Yeah, so like when like I said, started off amazing. I loved it. I loved the Winter Soldier look with the mask, the long hair,
He looked badass.
looking badass. But then I noticed he had his red star on his arm, and if you remember, he broke it, he lost it, and then he got another one from Wakanda, and that one was
Yeah.
just a regular bionic arm. So right when I noticed that, that's when he woke up, and it was just a dream. It was a nightmare. It's like, but okay, fine, I get it.
Yeah,
So then,
I was all for it, man. Like he was
yeah,
kicking ass and stuff, and then it goes to the civilian scene of he's like trying to open the door. He's like drunk and trying to leave,
yeah,
and so I'm like, all right, he's gonna let him go, right? And then
yeah,
and then no, he obviously shoots them and he cuts away and he wakes up from the nightmare. So I was like,
yeah,
okay, that was just a nightmare. So I didn't really think much of it. But yeah, that scene was pretty awesome, And then after he wakes up, He goes to I guess his shrink or his therapist or something.
Yeah, like some type of therapist, but also she is. I mean, she throws in there that she was part of, I don't know, army, whatever, but she's seen dead bodies, so she knows like, what he might be going through.
Yeah. But yeah, I like that therapist too. Like, she's
Yeah, she was.
like a no shit like stop bullshitting me kind of therapist. Usually,
Yeah,
like when therapists are portrayed in Hollywood, they're kind of like, oh, so lay down. How was this? How was
yeah,
that? This one's more like, no bullshit. you know?
yeah. She's like, I know you're fucking lying to me
Yeah,
about
she
the
can read
night.
them right away. Yeah.
So like it goes to, I guess he has a book with names, and he
He has a
starts
list.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a list, and one of them, it shows him that, I guess when he was Winter Soldier, he helped this woman get her power, but now she abused it. So he got her arrested. It looked like, because like he took control of her car, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He did do something to her car, like disabled her car and started controlling it or something like that. Yeah.
And like she got arrested. So like he even tells her like, you remember me, blah blah blah. So then he marks her off. Like he doesn't kill her. So I guess he just wanted her arrested.
I think he's cleaning up all the mistakes that he's made. So like he still remembers everything that he did.
Yeah.
But now he's just in control of what's happening now. So now he's just like, okay, I'm gonna make this list of names. I need to right all these wrongs that I've done. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was looking at that list too because I was like, okay, there's got to be some damn Easter eggs in there. The only thing I saw that I recognized was Baron Zemo.
I did not see that. I didn't even bother to go through the list, but I know he is supposed to be in here, so yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. So yeah, he's like, we need more Zemo in this movie. Why is he Why is he not in the first episode? Come on, man.
That's true. That's a good point too, actually.
Yeah. So and then we're introduced. I think his friend, Nakajima. I think his friend's name is.
The old man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So
yeah, go ahead.
okay, so what did you think? Because at first I was like, he's hanging out with this old man because he's an elderly man that's somewhat around the time he was like he's been around the past just like him, even though he's aged slower because all the freezing and stuff.
Yeah, the program that he was in Russia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. His friend was. I mean, at first I was like, okay, like who's his friend? Like, it was an old war buddy. Like maybe he knew this guy
yeah,
before he went off to serve with Cap. Or maybe he did serve with this guy. So I
yeah,
was like, okay, maybe we'll get like flashbacks to what was going on in World War II or something. Maybe we'll get like a little like Logan hint or something because Logan Wolverine did
yeah,
fight in World War II with Cap and Bucky. So
yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe we'll get something like that. But no, it just seemed to be a guy that he needed to check off his list or a wrong he needed to right. They do what? They go have dinner in a sushi restaurant, I
Yeah,
believe.
and he hooks him up with some waitress or someone that works there. And I feel like, okay, for me, Hollywood, they always do this. There's always got to be the male or female love interest. And I feel like, it works, but we're just following these characters again after what? Like, how long has it been since Endgame? 2 years?
Maybe like 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, and now it's Winter Soldier and Falcon. They hung on Captain America. Well, obviously he ain't here, so now we need to focus on these two characters. And just to throw in the love interest, I feel like blah, like we don't need that. But that's just
Give us
me.
some more action, man.
Yeah, like give
Have
us
them
some more.
tearing some shit up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that scene was it was all right. I mean, I didn't really mind it. It was just like whatever. He's trying to get on with his life.
yeah, that's true too.
And then he I guess he's trying to reform because he is talking to his therapist, or while he's talking to his therapist, he says, I've never had a chance to think about everything or like have a calming moment. The only calming moment I've had is when I was in Wakanda for like that week or 2 weeks or whatever.
And then he was right back to war.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
all he saw was war. So
Right back to it. But yeah, and then the Flag Smashers was next after this, right?
Oh yeah,
them.
yeah. So what is it, like a terrorist group? Is that the like? That's what I'm thinking. Like
Yeah.
we haven't got much of it. It's like some underground group, and his friend, like he's undercover. He shows up and like it looks like he gets a text and it says "run." Or do you remember what that text said on
I
his phone?
think it says run. Yeah. I don't
And
know if they're
then
trying to confuse people by like all of them running having the same mask, but they are passing off the bags of whatever. I don't know if it was money or gold or something.
it was said that it was money, um, but the main thing that happens is there's some individual who jumps out of a what, like a 3-story building maybe.
Yeah, man. He like crashes out. I was like, holy shit, what is going
and
on right now?
and it's like first thing I thought was superhuman, like maybe the same program like Captain America, but also maybe mutant, maybe because supposedly rumors or Omega Red or some type of mutants were going to be teased in this show. But what did you think?
I mean, it is, they are friends of Captain America. I do want mutants, though. I'm not going to lie. I love that idea more. But I think it's probably going to be more lines of maybe the super serum. So,
Yeah.
for those of you that don't know, Flag Smasher is actually a villain, a Captain America villain in Marvel Comics. So it's not actually an organization. I guess they just turned it into an organization here.
Yeah.
So we'll see where they go with that. Maybe the real Flag Smasher will be revealed at the end or something like that. But yeah, usually it's just one guy in the comic books. But it looks like they turned him into. They like what is it? Their motto? They like the world's. After the blip, they like
before
it. Yeah,
the blip. Yeah, so like I'm thinking, the blip is the snap. Is that what the blip is?
Yeah, the blip is a snap. Yeah, so when all those people went away, they believed that all the borders unified into one. But now that everybody's back, everybody's split up again. So they like the idea of everybody coming together rather than everybody being separate again.
Yeah. Okay. So when this guy individual showed, he starts wrecking. Like the one thing I noticed was he threw like 2 guys like nothing, and like the buddy, the undercover military guy, he got his Torres. He got his head kicked in, dude. He should have died. His head should have exploded.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, okay, seeing how he just kicked this guy into a wall from like 20 feet away, I was like, okay, he's going to get his head stomped and he's going to die, right? Like, he has to die. But no, I guess he just got bruised or cut up or something. But I was like, all right, they're going to smash his head, and this is how Falcon gets into fighting this this faction here. But yeah, I was expecting, like, straight up stomp on the floor. He was going to be done.
So before we continue on, I'm looking at our comments. We got 2 questions here. Are we down to answer some now, or do you want to do that later?
That's fine. We can do it now. So how do you feel about the rumor of Cap coming back?
Well, I'm hoping he comes back, but as old man Cap. Like that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. Like I hope we at least get a cameo, and I think it'll be really smart just for him to, like, maybe show up later in a fight. Like, not to fight, obviously, because he's an old man, but maybe he might give Sam Wilson that courage to actually pick up his shield and be like, hey, dude, like, blah, blah, blah.
Like, I gave it to you, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be the new Captain America. What
the
hell? Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see if he comes back. Because there was talk of... So, on the scene after the first scene takes place with... the whole battle that went on. Afterwards, it looks like they're in a neighboring city or something, and Torres is asking Falcon or Sam, hey, like, I've been reading some crazy conspiracies online, man. Like, is Cap really on the moon? I don't know where Cap is, honestly.
Yeah, he's just like, what did he tell him? Like, those are the type of people you don't listen to.
And it's it's funny because he calls back to it when he's leaving. He's like, where are you going? He's like, to go do moon stuff.
So I guess after that, I'm assuming they just don't tell anybody what happened to Cap. Like, do people just think he's dead or he just disappeared? Because I mean, for to be like theorying about he's on the moon, like, you know what I mean? Like, what is the story? Like, is he dead? Do they say he just took off? Or you know
Nobody
what I'm
knows, you know. Like at the end of Endgame, like he came back, but I don't
He's an
think
old
people
man.
knew he came back, and he's an old man now. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'd like to see him? I like to see him like in a kind of like Batman Beyond role, you know, like him playing like Bruce, maybe like in the seat talking to somebody like a superhero, like walking him through stuff. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah. To see that.
But yeah, so we get to the bank scene with with Sam and his sister.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it was kind of a dick move on that banker guy.
Uh,
Rude.
oh man, that was funny. Can I get one with your wings out? I was like, man, wow,
So,
what a pushy dick.
dude, are you serious? And like, honestly, I thought once he recognized Falcon, I thought, oh, dude, you fucking, oh, you're a goddamn hero. You shouldn't be asking for money. Here it is.
Yeah,
But
you
like,
saved literally half the world. Here's all the money. But I guess we get the question that everybody wants to know, right? How do the Avengers or superheroes in general, how do they make money? Like usually, like in the DC universe, I would assume Batman would pay for everything, right?
well, I mean, even in comics, they don't even say. But I remember when I used to read New Avengers, there's I forgot who, but it's involving Spider-Man. Like someone asked this Spider-Man, like, "Hey, like, what do they pay you?" And he's like, "Dude, they don't pay me anything. Like, I'm just part of the team." Like, so, like that is a question that's been asked, and it's usually the same. Like, no one gets paid. It's just like a duty for mankind. I'm assuming, like,
So you have Iron Man, which is a multi-billionaire or whatever. You
yeah.
know, that's how he pays for all his tech. I guess he paid for like room and board for all the Avengers and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah, because they stayed at the tower and like, come on. I mean, it's luxury fucking
Hell
house
yeah,
there.
man.
So like, but rent bills at your own place. She's like, fuck that, dude. Like,
You're on your own in that matter. I guess the other
yeah,
ones, I think like Hawkeye and or Clint and Natasha, they worked for Shield, right? So I guess Shield
yeah,
would pay for that kind of stuff. But yeah,
yeah,
your everyday hero, like I guess Falcon only makes money from like the Air Force or something.
yeah. Like, that's the way it comes. And Thor, I mean, I don't even know. Like, he just could go back to his fucking home. Like,
Yeah, true. He doesn't need money. He's like, what?
yeah,
But yeah, that's a good question. I love that. I love that they went over this in this show. You know, like how do they make money? Do they get loans? Are they like everyday people? It's more
yeah.
of the story about the man and not like the super part of it. You
Yeah,
know?
the team, yeah. But I want to ask. So we touched on Winter Soldier's story so far, like what they're going. What do you think about Sam Wilson's side? Like, he's trying to help his sister with a family boat. It seems like, but she wants to sell it and he wants to keep it.
Yeah,
Like, what do you feel so far? You think it's
I think
okay?
yeah, I like the story. You know, I think Winter Soldiers grabbed me more
Yeah,
in just this episode. You know.
yeah. Of
Um,
course, it's just the first one.
Yeah, it looks like Sam, and then also it looks like Sam has been trying to reach out to him too, but he just hasn't been answering it back. But the storyline of Falcon, it's good. I mean, it has me interested. I think he doesn't want to let go of like his family's boat because that's an heirloom for his family. His
Yeah,
mom and
yeah.
dad, you know, spent time on that boat. I guess fishing. That's how they made their living. So that's where he
Mhm.
grew up. So he doesn't want to let that go. It's weird. It's like a little parallel to the Shield, actually, right? When you think
Yeah,
about it, that's Captain America's heirloom, and then you just gave it away.
yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, his story is decent. I mean, I'm still interested, so we'll see what happens with that. Um, but yeah, after the whole bank scene or whatever, we get to towards the end. It's about the end of the
Yeah,
film
it's
or the
about
end of
it.
the episode, and his sister comes in the room and tells him, "Hey, turn on the TV." But before that, Torres actually fills him in on what happened with this faction called the Flag Smashers. So he's like, "All right." So he's in the know about what's going on. But yeah, he turns on the TV and he finds that same senator that was just like, "Hey, you did the right thing," or thanks for turning in the shield, is now giving it to somebody
Yeah.
else.
And for me, it was like, how many days did that take? Like, it was literally a day, right? I think it was
It
only a
was like a
day.
day. It felt like a day. It could have
It
been
felt like
more.
a
I don't
day.
know.
Like, they put it behind that fancy glass, they put it on display, and then the next day, it's like, oh, we found another guy. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, like yeah, we found another guy. Like here you go. And then they introduce him and I'm like, "What?" I just felt so bad. I
Yeah,
was like, "Come on, man. You do that to my boy."
yeah,
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of speculation of what's going on. There's like 5 episodes left, so it doesn't look like there'll be filler in any of these episodes, you know? They got to get straight to the point of what's going on. And we haven't
yeah.
seen Zemo yet either, and he's supposed to be like the main villain of this. So um but what I would like to see, I want to see. So this is what I think. I think that it's a setup for the Thunderbolts. That's my speculation. By the end, we'll get a setup for what's going on for the Thunderbolts because we basically got Zemo, which is like the one of the main people on the Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
Um,
he becomes the leader, like, I think in Civil War, if not before. Like, it's kind of.
yeah.
But
So he's there. And then you got General Ross as well. So this is what I think. Okay, this is my speculation. Okay, this is my theory by the end of the film. Okay, we'll see if I'm right. I think that General Ross is working in the back because he's supposed to be in the series as well, so we're supposed to see him. And maybe he's setting up like a new team of Avengers that will be under his control and that will answer to like his, you know, questions and stuff like that. So like, go out and do what they need to do. Um, so I think maybe we'll get that set up with the Thunderbolts. So we'll get like something like he had with the Soviet Accords.
uh,
Yeah. So where they come and they answer to him and stuff like that. So like I said, Torres used to be, or is the Falcon in the comics. So maybe they'll set him up. He'll be like a Falcon for the Thunderbolts. Yeah.
okay, that makes
And then we got
okay.
Zemo. Maybe we'll get Red Hulk.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been waiting for Red Hulk for a while, only because General Ross has been in it for a while, and I've been like, he could pop up any second and just be like, oh, like fucking Red Hulk, like I'm here now. But
Well, it
it
was
would
like
make,
the third movie in the cinematic, or second movie in the cinematic universe, actually, because it was
yeah,
Iron Man, and then they did Hulk, and in Hulk there was General Ross. Everybody knows that's Red Hulk, right?
and then yeah,
The
and then
second movie ever in the MCU, and we still haven't got Red Hulk yet, but he's
yeah,
been there
like
since. So
yeah, and so Zemo he led Thunderbolts, and actually there was one where Red Hulk General Ross led his own team of Thunderbolts. And that one was a good one. But for me personally, if you've never heard of Norman Osborn's Thunderbolts, that was the shit.
was it?
Like,
I haven't read that one.
it's the best Thunderbolts ever. Like, that was when like Marvel. I don't know. For me personally, like everyone has their thing, but Norman Osborn's Thunderbolts was the fucking shit. And I just gotta throw that out there. I'm sorry, but yeah, like fucking loved it.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty good. We'll see. We'll see where the show goes. We're gonna be trying to cover it every week. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, what was your favorite part of the show?
Honestly, the Winter Soldier scene, like right when he shows up and like he's wrecking the gangsters, like it was just like I love that red. I mean, I'm sorry that I love that Winter Soldier look with the mask, the long hair,
Yeah,
the
man.
metal arm with the star. Like that's I love. I used to love reading Winter Soldier back in the Captain America days. So
Yeah, Winter
for me, that
Soldier's.
was
I would have to agree with you. I love the Bucky scene. The scene that really pulled me in though is when he goes to his friend's house right after his date, and he goes to pay back his friend because he said the dinner was on him. He opens the door and he sees that little shrine that his friend has to his son, and you realize that that's the kid he kills in his nightmare.
yeah, yeah. Like it was like oh shit. Like okay, now we know who this is. Like he's hanging around with his dad, but he doesn't have the courage to tell him yet because he has him on his list, but he can't scratch him off yet. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was really good. And then of course the bank scene with the Sam trying to get a loan. That was funny. Yeah, I love that scene. But yeah, that's it for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now we can get into the Snyder cut, which was extremely long, by the way. I heard it was long. I didn't know it was gonna be 4 hours, man.
yeah, 4 hours, dude.
So on Wednesday night, I guess when it drops, or was it Wednesday or Thursday night? One of those days.
I thought it was Thursday.
Was it
But yeah,
Thursday? Okay,
I
so
heard.
I think they pushed it back a day because Falcon and Winter Soldier came out on. Yeah, it might have been Thursday morning, Wednesday night. That makes sense actually.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was up. It was like 1 a.m. and I was like, Snyder cuts out. I was like, I guess I could check it out and watch it, you know. So,
Mhm.
I was like, all right, well, I'll start it. And I looked at the like how long it was. I was like 4 hours. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll watch half, and then I'll wake up tomorrow and watch like the other half. I did not. I stayed up all night. I stayed up to like 7 a.m. watching the whole thing. That's how good it was.
It was good. I had just finished watching it yesterday only because I was real busy during the week, but I was okay, for me personally, like I did not enjoy the Whedon cut and I wasn't stoked about. I mean, okay, I was happy because I'm a fan of Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
I know like it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I like what he was bringing to the table. It was like very different from Marvel. So I was down for that. And when the Whedon verse came out, it was like, okay, like it was like my hopes are shattered. Like this is it. Like this is it for this universe. So then there were rumors of a Snyder cut for years, and like it was happening. It wasn't happening. HBO Max picked it up. They dropped it. Then now they picked it up again, and now it's released. And it was 4 hours, and I'll just say Zack Snyder delivered. Like
yeah,
I was amazed.
yeah. I'm not. Yeah, yeah. It was holy shit, man. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. And no one can vouch for this. I've always classically talked shit about the DC
Yeah,
movies.
he always talks shit to me about him.
I
Like,
never liked him. I swear. Like I saw Man of Steel. I saw Batman versus Superman. I was like, okay, hell yeah. Like I'll watch this because I've read Dark Knight Returns. Right? Is that it? Was that where he fights Superman?
well, there's a lot, but that's one of the big famous ones. The Frank Miller Dark Knight.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Frank Miller one. Yeah, so I've seen that one before. So I was like, all right, badass. Maybe we'll see him in a suit and stuff like that. I watched it. I didn't watch the longer. There's a longer version of it, right?
BVS.
Yeah, isn't there like
Yeah,
a
there's a Snyder cut, so like it's 3 hours long, and the theatrical version, like it left a lot of unanswered things, and the Snyder
yeah,
cut, it answered a lot. There was still some missing, but it was better than the theatrical cut.
yeah. I like I said, I saw the theatrical cut, and I was kind of like, ugh, all right. uh,
Yeah,
of course, the Martha scene was kind of. Everybody says that, you know.
yeah, it's
I
like
don't
the
know.
scene everyone makes fun of. Like, it's,
I don't know. It just
what
didn't
he
grip
said.
me, man. I liked Ben Affleck as Batman though. Like he
Oh, I
was.
fucking loved him as
I
Batman.
think he was the best part of that. Yeah. Um, but yeah, after watching those two, I kind of gave up on the universe. I was like, whatever.
Well, what do you think about Henry Cavill as Superman? Anyways,
Mm,
do it for you? Does he have the look, or is he just like he's just a filler for the time being?
I I like him as Superman. I guess I want to like him as Superman. I can say that. I want to like him as Superman, but I don't know, man. Well, maybe it's because I hate Superman. I just don't like Superman. I think he's just too overpowered.
Well, yeah, I mean he's fucking yeah. Okay,
I've never
we don't
liked
have to get into
Superman.
that, yeah.
Now I like, but yeah, I do like him playing Superman. But I like him in The Witcher as well.
Yeah, that's a good show. I really do like it. Even though I never read the books or played the games, I did enjoy that show.
Yeah, yeah, it was good. So I do like him as an actor, and he's a nerd like us too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, I was like, okay, so I go in, watch the movie, and yeah, I see it was like 4 hours long. Holy shit, man. But so when I watched it, so I haven't seen any of the Wonder Woman movies. I haven't seen Aquaman or anything like that. So, and I've never seen the actual, like the first cut, the Whedon cut of Justice League. Yeah. So I went into this and I was like, okay, let's see what we get. But yeah, I guess they were explaining like all their backstories and stuff like that too. So I was kind of like, okay, this is why it's long. But it's because those characters had never been introduced, right?
Yeah, they were never introduced. Like, okay, Wonder Woman had already been introduced in BVS. If I believe so, yeah.
Oh yeah,
She
that's right.
already
She was a new
had her
guest.
own movie. She already had made her own movie by the time the Whedon movie came out. But Cyborg, Aquaman, Flash, no movies of their own yet. They
Hmm.
were in the works, but because of the backlash of everything, it changed things. Obviously,
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, that's why I was like, okay, I guess it's 4 hours long. I guess they're gonna tell their backstories. The opening scene was freaking awesome, though, dude. That wasn't in the original, right?
no, it was not. And like, not only was that scene like fucking amazing. Like that echo, I love
Yeah.
how that echo plays a role what comes next. Like, cause I didn't see that coming. I thought this was just an opening of to remind us of what happened in BVS.
Yeah.
Like, it just leads to like the mother boxes turning back on, which
Yeah.
was like fuck yes. Cause in the Whedon, they just turn on, and
Oh,
it's just like
there's no reason they just turn on.
no, they just turn on. Well, they say, oh, it's because Superman's dead. But in here, I mean, yeah, it shows you that because of Superman is dead, they turn on. But in the
Yeah.
other one, they just activate on their own. It's not we see an echo or anything.
Yeah. The whole Scream. So, if you guys haven't seen it already, it opens up with Superman. He's dying, or he's killing Doomsday, and he's
Yeah.
dying at the same time, right? So
Hmm.
he's screaming out, and his screams are like they're like these sound waves, and they're going across the entire planet. And the shot is of like the Amazonians, the Atlanteans, everybody that hears the scream as it passes by. And I think it gets to the Amazonian one when the scream hits, and as soon as it hits the temple where they're protecting the mother box, it cracks open.
Yeah.
Okay, and in the Whedon cut, it didn't do that, huh? It was just they
No,
just opened it.
it just opens.
Oh, that's pretty lame.
Yeah. Like I think the Whedon was like maybe almost 2 hours compared to this one, which is like we said, 4 fucking hours.
Yeah, I didn't go to sleep till like 7, man. But I was like, all right, I'll do 2 hours, and I was like, no, I was sucked in for like until 7 a.m. Um, but yeah, so yeah, after the scream and everything, you see Bruce trying to rally like all the super powered people. I'm guessing. That happens in the Whedon cut, right? Because I think I've seen some of those scenes like in commercials
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
goes for Aquaman first, and like he tells him, and of course he tells him no, and then Aquaman does this thing in the sea. He goes and meets with his people, but there was a lot of because I know you haven't seen the Whedonverse,
Yeah.
but I did the comparison. Like Whedon did a lot of reshoots, and like that whole scene in the remember where he's talking to the villagers
Yeah.
and Aquaman's there like translating. Like there was a more scenes cut out in this verse in that bar, and he redid like he pretty much did a lot of jokes. Like I heard you could talk to fish, blah blah blah. Like he tried to be funny.
Uh, so she tried to change the tone a little bit for
Yeah,
the.
he changed the tone throughout the movie a lot.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it was definitely if it was trying to be like jokey and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
changed the tone in this cut. Yeah, because there wasn't any jokes. He was just asking him for help, so I could see that.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, he says no, jumps in the water, takes off. And then they were singing that song in another language or whatever. That was it was kind of haunting. I liked it. It was pretty good.
yeah.
That's the scene I remember the most is whenever they're singing that and the girl sniffing his sweater after
Oh,
he
what
leaves.
was up with that? Like I was like, are they banging? Like I was like, is he banging this girl? Like why she sniffing
I
shit?
was
Like
like, all right, you're gonna sniff his sweater. That's kind of weird, but all right. um, and then next up we had Diana with the bank robbing scene. That scene was awesome, dude.
dude, that scene was fucking amazing, dude. Wonder Woman kicks ass, dude. Wonder
Yeah,
Woman's amazing.
yeah. She stole the show. She's like the my best or my favorite part of like this whole series. Like her action scenes are awesome. The way she jumps into action and stuff. Her theme song that plays whenever she
Yeah.
starts fighting is awesome. But yeah, do you know what organization that was attacking or something like that?
I don't I don't think it's like a real organization in the books because it just seems like they were just some cult made up for the movie for the beginning of Darkseid's arrival. That's the feel I got because I didn't nothing seemed familiar to me.
Yeah. So yeah, she whoops everybody's ass in that bank. I guess they're trying to. It looks like they're trying to steal money, but they're actually just trying to bomb up like 4 blocks of wherever they're at.
Yeah.
The scene where she's like blocking the bullets when she comes back down. She's like on her knees. She's like, ching, ching, ching. That was awesome. Yeah.
And like the thing I like is like so after that she blocks the bullet, she does her I don't know what it's called, but where she taps her bracelets and it like does that whole explosion. She does it to the guy who was shooting at the kids. Dude, you know that dude died because it just exploded.
He evaporated into the earth, dude.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Like
and then you get the scene where his hat is just like fluttering down like a feather, you know? That was awesome. I love that. Yeah, and then the next scene of the movie is when they go back to the Amazons or Themyscira. That's where they go back. And yeah, they go back to like the mother box being cracked open. This is probably my favorite scene in the entire movie, other than of course like the ending which everybody loves, like the nightmare timeline. But this scene was awesome. Was this in the Whedonverse or I'm sorry, Whedon cut?
yeah, so it was, but not as long as this one. So Steppenwolf shows up and like he kills a few of the Amazons, and the Queen does the same thing. She takes off on horseback, and he still manages to get the box and take off. But in here, they actually have him slaughtering these Amazons in that temple, and then the Queen takes off. She sacrifices her kids or her Amazons to protect it, and even on horseback, because this wasn't in the Whedonverse, dude. Steppenwolf is murdering these horses as well.
I was like, murder the Amazon, don't murder the horses, man. Dude, he didn't give a shit though.
Like he didn't care. He was like, give me that fucking box. Like I'm killing your horses, dude.
But that whole chase scene there, so he gets dumped into the ocean, I guess. They like
well, no, that wasn't even in the other one as well. Like
oh, really?
I don't remember that happening. I remember them locking him in, but that verse where the temple falls in the ocean, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, that scene was pretty awesome. So they get locked in. She locks in her sisters or her children or whatever the Queen does. And locks up, and then the mountain cliff or the cliffside starts to fall away, and the giant temple that's with it falls into the ocean as well. So you're like, okay, they're all dead then, right? And then you just have all the parademons and Steppenwolf just jump out.
Yeah, like nothing. Like, oh, you thought we got rid of us, right? Like, nah, like it don't work like that around here.
And then he leaps too. He was fast. Catches up to the mother box. All the Amazons start coming to fight him. It looks like he would have lost because there was that big like Rohan scene with all of like Themyscira coming, like all the rest of the Amazons.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, dude. So
that was insane.
So it looks like he was able to kill like that small group of them, but I don't think he wouldn't be able to do that with the that whole army bearing down on him. But yeah, that whole scene was awesome. Everything about it was awesome. Chase scene, all of that. Mwah. Gold.
Yeah, it was great. It was fucking masterpiece.
And a lot, you know what it reminds me of? I think the way Zack Snyder does like the Amazons, he does it a lot like, at least from what I get, is he does it a lot like the Spartans in 300.
Yeah, like exactly. You're on point.
Yeah, I got a lot of feelings from 300, man. I was like, this is awesome. But yeah, after that, we get to the scene where it's I guess somebody's warning Aquaman. It's like, hey, there's somebody coming for the mother box. You should defend it. By the way, the Amazons did like a good job of defending this box. Everybody else did a shit job.
Yeah, like Atlanteans got like stomped like bad. Like the Amazons put up a fight, like a decent fight, but Atlanteans, dude, they just got wrecked on, dude. They got slaughtered.
Yeah. Have you seen Aquaman yet or no? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I've seen Aquaman.
Okay, so that's next on my list. I'm gonna watch Aquaman. So who does the Green Goblin play?
William Dafoe.
William Dafoe.
I forgot who he plays because I'm not like huge on the Aquaman stories, but
he's like an uncle or something.
Yeah, like he's his protector that his mom like left to guard him,
Yeah.
pretty much. So like that was one thing. And so in the Whedonverse, when Aquaman, they show him as Arthur Curry, he rejects his Atlantean heritage, but later on he has his armor and his trident. And it's like, wait a minute, where the fuck did that come from? Like it doesn't explain where he got it.
Oh,
So
and the
when he
Whedon cut.
the Whedon cut.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
here, Zack Snyder cut, Green Goblin, William Dafoe, he shows up and he tells him like, hey, like your mom would have wanted you to defend the box. There's trouble coming, and like he leaves him her trident because that's supposed to be her trident, and he gives him Atlantean armor, and it's like because I remember watching, I was like, where the fuck did he even get it from? And here it's like, oh shit, that makes perfectly good sense. Like, hey, admire your mom's wishes and be an Atlantean for your people, and here's the armor and here's a trident. Bam. That's what I need. I needed that. Thank
he basically throws it to him because he knows he's not gonna take it from him. So he's just like,
Yeah.
take it. Yeah. So so yeah, that was good. I guess some closure for people wondering where he got the trident and the armor from.
Yeah.
And then the queen of Themyscira tries to get Diana's attention, or to warn her, I guess. So she shoots that arrow. I guess to some city,
Like temple.
some
I thought it was
temple.
temple. Yeah.
Some like Greek temple or something like that. She finds out, goes there, obviously, and yeah, this scene was awesome, right? Because this is like the first time, because Darkseid was never in the original, right? He was never.
No,
He was
not
never
at all.
like, you didn't see him at all.
No. He was never part of that ever.
Yeah, so this is like I guess the first time we get to see Darkseid. So she puts the
Yeah.
arrow on some like little like trap door or something. The door opens up, and she sees like the prophecy of like, or what happened in the past, and you see Darkseid there at the end with the 3 mother boxes. So that was cool. That scene was pretty cool. I like the painting that they did on the wall.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think, yeah, so when that happens, that's when we go to the war before, where it's supposed to be Atlanteans, Amazons, and man and gods like Zeus and
was it Ares, right?
Ares.
Mm-hmm.
They show when Darkseid showed up with his army and they fought together
That was
to.
awesome, dude.
It was fucking amazing.
I was
Right.
like, yeah, this is. I would watch this all day. This is awesome.
And there's a cameo where, or Easter egg, whatever you want to call it. There's a Green Lantern,
There
and
is.
like, yeah, and like for the longest time, I always wondered, like, are we ever getting a Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's verse? And we don't have one current, but at least we know they do exist because we just saw one. I mean, he got his ass beat. Darkseid killed him, but I like how Zack Snyder did it like the comics, where when a lantern falls or dies, the ring flies away to go find another host that has strong will to be a lantern. So I thought that was really fucking awesome.
Okay, so I don't know if you read this, but he did come. So after the Snyder cut got released, he did say that, I don't know how you'd feel about this, that he went to Ryan Reynolds to try to get him to be the Green Lantern in the movie. I guess for like a scene at the end or something.
Yeah, I did hear about that, and I mean, it is what it is about that old one. I just want to see a fucking Green Lantern because I love it. So I'm willing to, like, like, fuck it. I mean, Zack Snyder, like I said, he did great making this one. I feel like he would have done a great little cameo for Ryan Reynolds.
Let's see him do a Green Lantern movie. That'd be dope, dude. Because he does awesome things with CGI.
Oh yeah, he does amazing shit with CGI, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, that whole fight scene. Yeah, you do see Green Lantern that's dead on the floor. Zeus throwing lightning at him, dude. It was awesome. I think a lot of like that was a favorite scene for a lot of people too, because you see Darkseid come down to destroying people, invading the old way. But yeah, that scene was awesome. So after this happens, she has like that whole, or she's telling Bruce, that this happened in the past. we get our first scene with Barry Allen, and I don't know if it's because this past scene was just so amazing. Like I said, I haven't seen the Whedonverse, so I don't know how it compares. But man, this next scene was kind of. I didn't really like it, man. It was a scene with Barry Allen. I guess he's trying to get a job or something like that.
Yeah, he's trying to walk dogs or something, right? Like,
I think so, or take care of dogs or something like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like he hasn't had a full movie yet, so I can't pass judgment completely. But from this, I'm just kind of like, it's not my Barry Allen, man.
yeah, like for me, like, I agree with Zack Snyder the way he casted Gal Gadot, Bruce Wayne, Henry Cavill, the guy who plays Cyborg, Ray Fisher. Yeah. But for some reason, Ezra Miller as the Flash, he doesn't do it for me. Like he's not a Barry Allen. If you know anything about the Flash, he reminds me more of Wally West because Wally West was the funny one. But I mean, yeah, like Ezra Miller for me, like he just doesn't do a Flash Barry Allen for me. Like I don't know why, like he sticks out, but at the same time, I guess he's supposed to be the comic relief because everyone else is so serious and like he kind of like breaks the wall here and there. But I mean, you know,
and I'm so used, and I'm so used to the I watched the CW Flash show. And because I watched CW Arrow, which is pretty good as well. But the CW Flash show, you know, I guess they have more time with branching out who Barry is and stuff like that. But I really love the CW Flash. Like, it's really good. Well, the first, 3 seasons are really good. The first season it's like one of my favorite seasons, like, for comic book TV ever. I actually started crying like a little girl at the end of that one. It was so good. But yeah, I prefer that Flash over this one. Like I said, we have to give him time, I guess. Or wait for his movie that's supposed to come out. But yeah. He saves, I'm guessing, is that Iris that he saves?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Iris. And that was of course, like that was cut off completely from the Whedon. Like we never got that scene.
Oh, really?
No, yeah, that whole scene where he saved Iris from that car accident, that was never in the other one.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. But yeah. I don't know if you. So the guy driving, right? And he's trying to get the hot dog, whatever that. I was like, bro, how long are you under there looking? Like, no sane person would be under there for 5 minutes looking for their hot dog. Well, obviously you're gonna hit something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I don't know if he gets the job with the dog sitter or whatever, but I was kind of about that.
Yeah.
But after that, we're introduced to Cyborg.
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna have to tell me because I heard a lot of stuff online and they're saying that Cyborg was hardly in the Whedon cut at all, and I cannot see him not being in the Justice League movie because this movie's basically about him.
Yeah. So like honestly, in the Whedon, Cyborg didn't have a backstory like in Zack Snyder's. They show Cyborg already, already in like his emotional state about how he's a cyborg. Then that's it. He cuts in. He's automatically with the Justice League because Diana finds him, and that's pretty much it. Wow. And here he's like, they show you what happened. They show his relationship with his father, how he became Cyborg, his accident, because in the other one they don't even tell you how his accident, what made him become Cyborg. Like in here, like, are we doing spoilers? I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah.
So in the movie, Zack Snyder's, it's he's with his mom in a car and they get hit, and usually the other ways, it's usually he explodes. But anyways, it was a bad accident. His dad has a mother box and uses that power of the mother box to help rebuild his son, which makes him Cyborg. In the Whedonverse, there's just Cyborg. You don't know how he was Cyborg. You don't know about his accident. He's just there.
Wow.
Like, you don't know nothing about him. And in here, we see his football days because his origins are usually, he used to be like top-notch quarterback for his team. And then the accident happened, which to him, he ruined his life because, he had everything going for him.
Yeah. Okay.
So
But yeah, I don't know how like that's so like the I
well,
can't
that's
see
not,
this movie
yeah.
without Cyborg's story in it. Like
I
I think you
wouldn't.
could cut out everybody else's and you can leave Cyborg's in and it'd still be a good movie.
Yeah, like Cyborg's story in here was amazing. Like I really loved what they did with Cyborg. Like that's
Yeah.
why in the universe I was upset because there was footage already there. They had shown scenes from his origin in the trailers, and then the movie came out and there was nothing at all about him.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so Steppenwolf goes to Atlantis, steals the other mother box pretty damn easily. There was
So,
like two guards. I'm like, really?
oh yeah, but they got chopped in half and shit. Like, dude, if you notice, there's blood in this movie. Like, it's not splattering bad, but yeah, Zack Snyder. He's like, these dudes are getting murked, dude. But
Yeah, it's the
what
same
do
thing
you
that happened
think?
to Amazonians. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think of Mira? Not Amber Heard, the actress, because we've been hearing all this.
Yeah, yeah.
Mira.
Uh,
Let's just talk Mira.
she she was fine. I didn't have anything against her. I would like
Yeah,
to.
I
I'm
actually
gonna watch
enjoy.
Aquaman, so she's part. I want to see what goes on.
Yeah, like I actually enjoy that character. Like
Hmm.
she's really good. I don't know why. I like the scene where like Steppenwolf's going for the box, but she uses her powers to clear the water, so he instantly falls.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
That was
cause
awesome.
yeah, like
Doesn't
that
she
was.
like drain? Doesn't Oh, I remember the scene too. Does she like drain his blood from like his eyes or something like that
She
from the
actually
water?
taking his liquid oxygen from his body, so like she's suffocating him, but it's like he literally just slaps her out the way. But
That was dope. That was dope.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was fucking cool.
that was like the coolest part of that. And then like everybody got wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna watch Aquaman. I'm gonna see how that goes. Um, yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, she was a cool part of it.
yeah, I liked her. I enjoyed her a lot.
Yeah. Was
And
that was that in the Whedonverse or no? I'm sorry, Whedon cut. I always say Whedonverse.
yeah, I think that was in there actually. That fight.
Okay. All right. All right. So after that, I guess Aquaman goes there, or Arthur Curry goes there,
And
and
yeah,
he gets smacked around too pretty
yeah, he
easily.
gets
Steal
smacked
the
around.
mother box, teleports out, and then now he has two mother boxes. Yeah. And then we get Justice League teaming up for the first time, minus Aquaman, I guess.
And Superman. Superman's
And
not
Superman.
back yet.
Yeah.
But I guess we could just tell everybody what's going on with Steppenwolf at the same time. So he has a hideout in where? Russia? Like an old abandoned nuclear plant. It's pretty
Yeah.
much a hideout.
I think it's riffing off like because you know how they had that one nuclear plant that melted down in Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what they use the radiation there to create like his base there.
Yeah. So pretty much he has a hideout. He's using the mother boxes there to store them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Um. So yeah, he gets two of the mother boxes now, and then he's looking for the third one. So he's like interrogating. I guess it's like in a sewer, like outside of Gotham or something. They have like a little small base or something,
Yeah.
and they're interrogating like the scientist that they can like I guess that has the mother box scent on them or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, like the scent of the mother box, they could smell it on them.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, they go there for the first time, I guess, and they were all over the place, huh? They were. Is this how it was? So I've seen a video, snippets of a video that shows like what was in the Whedon cut and what was in the Snyder cut, and there's just so much more in the Snyder cut.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, it looks like there's a lot more action in this scene, huh?
yeah. Like, so we're in the nuclear. I mean, we're in the sewer where they say where Ray. I mean, I'm sorry, where Cyborg saves his father, and they have that big fight with the parademons.
Yeah,
Is that where we're at?
yeah, that's where we're at.
Okay. Yeah. So that was in the Whedon, but not as long in here. Like, Batman did a lot more. Like he was actually fighting the parademons because in the Whedon they had him shoot a couple of them and like use that big ass spider robot thing he has climbing the walls.
Yeah, what
And
did
then
they call that thing? They called that. I forgot what they called it, but
I forgot what they called it.
something crawler or something like that.
Nightcrawler. They called it
Nightcrawler. There we go. That's why I was like, it's something.
so like in this version, Zack's version, like Batman did a lot more. He's actually fighting with Wonder Woman, the Flash, Cyborg. Like they're doing a team effort thing. And
Every time they play that, the Amazon or Diana's theme song, man, gets me hyped, dude. She starts destroying everybody.
dude, when you hear that music, fucking Wonder Woman's gonna tear some shit up, dude.
Yeah, she like I said, she stole the show for me. I didn't expect her to be in as much combat as she was, but it is Wonder Woman, so.
Yeah, she's like one of the best. Like I love Wonder Woman. She's the best.
and then we get this scene where I guess Cyborg and Barry are trying to get people out of the stairs. This scene, I was like, why doesn't Barry just run everybody out? He has super speed.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing.
I was like, what, man? Come on. But
I guess it's not safe. Like, I don't know, maybe.
Well, I'm thinking he hasn't had his movie yet, so he doesn't really know his powers or something like that. So I don't know. But he was just going ahead of them and be like, hurry up. And I'm like,
this way.
Really? Run them out. What are you doing? And then Ray Fisher, of course, or I'm sorry, Cyborg is carrying people out as well. And I'm like, dude, you got a jetpack on your back. You can just shoot all the way up the stairs. So I was like, all right, whatever. We'll see what's going on. They make it outside, and some rocks or something. Steppenwolf slams somebody into a wall, and some rocks fall over. And see Flash uses super speed to take care of all the rocks. Yeah, that was pretty cool too.
Yeah. So, I mean, just for the shits and giggles, so in the Whedonverse, in this exact same scene, they did reshoots for Wonder Woman and Barry Allen. So I know you haven't seen the Whedonverse, but there's a scene. So you remember that part where he touches her sword to give it back to her?
Yeah, he's running along the wall. Okay, that scene was kind of weird too, right? Because I was like, okay, he's gonna give her back her sword. She lands on the floor anyway, so I'm just kind of like, all right, this is kind of weird, but it looked cool. Like, he touched the sword, she gets it back in her hand, she lands, yeah.
Okay, so right there, you know how she falls? Remember she falls? Mm-hmm. So in the Whedonverse, she falls, but Barry Allen falls on top of her chest.
Oh.
So in the Whedonverse, Gal Gadot refused to do that scene. So, like I said, you haven't seen it, but when Barry Allen is on her chest, that's a stunt double.
Oh, really?
Because she refused to have her face shown with Barry Allen looking at her chest.
Yeah.
So that's just for shits and giggles. Like, I just found that out, but yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. It's kind of like, oh, like it's another joke, like, oh, I'm right here from her. Yeah, she's no joke though. She's a badass. So. But yeah, and then okay, so after that, they rescue everybody. They get out, and then Steppenwolf retreats, and then he gets a vision from one of the mother boxes. Now you're gonna have to fill me in on this because I don't know what the anti-life equation is. What is it? Explain like I'm 5, or explain like I'm Marvel. Is it like the Infinity Stones? What is it?
So, man, dude, like honestly, I don't know what it is.
It's something that Snyder made.
It's something that's never been there.
Mm-hmm.
But so from what I've read and like even shows, Darkseid, the only thing Darkseid loves more or cares about or even tries to like, I guess, find besides murder and conquering worlds is the anti-life equation. And whatever I've read, whatever I've seen, you don't know what it is though. Like is it a person? Is it an object? Like, what is it? Like, it's just the anti-life equation. Like the only thing the only thing they ever say is it has the answers to all things living. And like I said, I know what it is, but then I don't because I've never seen it. I don't think anyone has seen it.
So it exists. People just don't know what it is because Darkseid's never got it.
Yeah, Yeah, he's never had it or obtained it. So it's something, but physically or like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I have no idea what it looks like, or like, it's just something Darkseid cares more about than conquering and killing and being a fucking evil motherfucker. Like, equation.
So yeah, he has a vision. Then he automatically contacts who is it? Desaad? He contacts.
Desaad.
Yeah, and he told him that he's found the equation and it's on Earth. And then we finally get to see Darkseid.
Yeah.
In present day, which was dope. He comes through that little melted box thing or melted steel thing. You know, that was cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then. So Steppenwolf's whole arc is like he's trying to get back home to where he was before with Darkseid.
Yeah. Apocalypse.
Yeah. So what happened? Like, why is he? Do you know?
I mean, in here it's not explained, but in comics, like, it's usually he disobeyed an order, and Darkseid's one of those dudes like, fuck, I'll kill you, but in a way, because I think if I'm not mistaken, Steppenwolf is his nephew and Darkseid is his uncle. But I mean, it's not like, oh, he's my nephew, I love him. It's more like, you're my nephew, you're gonna fucking redeem yourself or I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So that's what he's doing,
making the family look bad.
Yeah,
I kind of felt for Steppenwolf. You can see the emotion in that CGI character there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good scene, you know, to see Darkseid for the first time there in the timeline. And then we went over to some Lois clips after that. I don't know about you, but I didn't really like Lois in this. I'm not a big fan of Superman, so you know, I don't like Lois as a character either. So I don't know.
So we go to Martha visiting Lois, right? That's where we go, right? Martha visits Lois at her apartment.
Yeah.
Which this scene was not in the fucking movie. So, yeah, I agree with you. I don't care for Lois Lane, but at the same time, Superman, dude, you know she's going to be there, so let's not bullshit. But what fucking came out of nowhere? So Martha, she has her chat with Lois. They're talking about Superman, blah, blah, blah. She walks outside Lois Lane's apartment. It turns out it wasn't Martha. It was Martian Manhunter. Like, that came from fucking nowhere. Wait, hold on. I think we're having audio.
No, there we go. Got it. So that wasn't in that. Oh, first off, I was like Martha Manhunter, right?
No, Martian. Did I say Martha Manhunter?
No, I did. I call her Martha Manhunter because when he came out, that wasn't in the Whedon cut though, right?
No, Martian Manhunter wasn't even in that movie.
Oh, okay. So, but he was supposed to be, right? Apparently.
Yeah. Apparently, like, it's so crazy. Like, I did not see that coming. Like, it was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like,
I think that was the only good thing that Martian Manhunter did. That, like, I guess if he hadn't have done that, then she would have never brought Superman back. I guess
she would have saved the day.
Yeah. So the mother box, they get they still have the mother box from the humans that Cyborg still has, and they come up with a plan to raise Superman from the dead, which, you know, okay, cool. They get his body, dig him up, take him to his ship, and that's. So what happens in the Whedon cut with this? Is there a lot of stuff cut out from this? Because I seen kind of the action scenes from it. Like, I was intrigued a little bit when I saw Superman fighting like the Justice League when it first came out. And I was like, maybe I'll watch it, but I never got around to it. But I do remember that scene of him like turning and looking at the Flash as he's running.
So that was in the Whedon. So the way they resurrect him, that was in there as well. But in here, if you remember, so when Cyborg's about to use the mother box to resurrect Superman, the mother box communicates with them, and the ship tells him like, hey, like, you can't do this. Like, pretty much like the mother box is telling him like, I'm scared, like, you can't fucking do this. And then he has a nightmare scene.
Yeah.
And that nightmare scene dude, like I was like, whoa, like this is fucking crazy. So
Yeah. So
Cyborg has a vision. Or you want to leave? You
no,
can
no, go
leave
ahead,
if you.
go ahead. Cyborg has a
Okay.
vision, and
So Cyborg has a nightmare vision, just like Batman did in BVS. So it opens up with Superman over a skeleton body. It looks burnt up to me, and it's obviously Lois Lane. It's Lois Lane's body, a skeleton, and right behind him is Darkseid putting his hand on him,
I was like,
and
oh, dude.
which is implying to us that he's gonna join forces. Evil Superman. We're getting Evil Superman. So it shows the nightmare background where the world's like a wasteland, and we see. I don't know if you saw there was a Green Lantern dead on the floor. It was Kilowog.
Oh, that was
Uh,
Kilowog, really?
Kilowog, and Superman flies by. But if you notice it real quick, like I didn't notice it, my wife saw it. Superman flies by real quick, and he's holding Batman's head.
Oh yeah, he's holding like the thing up, right? I think this is when he
Yeah,
turns evil. Yeah.
yeah. This is when Superman's evil. Like the world's gone to shit, and
Diana's dead too, because Diana they
yeah,
have her burning. Yeah.
they have her burning. The queen and her sisters are watching her burn. And what else happens during that?
He kills Arthur Curry as well,
Oh yeah, Arthur Curry's dead.
and then we see the Omega Beam, right?
Oh yeah, we get to see Darkseid use his Omega beams, like
Yeah.
lasers that are all crooked that go around like.
Dude, that was dope. That was I think he stabs Arthur Curry, and then
Yeah,
the guy
stabs
tries to run off, and he does the Omega Beam and turns him into a damn skeleton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
So I
So
don't know if you noticed, right? So he does the Omega Beam, and he turns into a skeleton. He dies. All his flesh gets ripped off of him, right?
yeah,
That and then Superman is also holding Lois's Lane, right? And
yeah,
it's the same thing though. So she get hit with an Omega Beam, probably.
yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard, is the reason why Superman goes evil because this was before the Zack Snyder cut came out, and even before the Whedon version came out, was that that's why Superman kills Batman in the nightmare scene in the BVS movie because it has something with Batman having Lois Lane killed and Superman pretty much. I mean, it's Lois Lane, it's his fucking girl. You got my girl killed, I'm gonna kill you. So like, it's
Yeah.
pretty much Batman's fault what they were hinting at.
So those
So
nightmare scenes are they all tie into the one at the end, right? It's all the same universe. Or
yeah,
are they
it's all
different?
the same universe.
Okay. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was awesome, man. Seeing
Yeah,
Darkseid come down and wreck everybody, that was awesome. But yeah, after that whole thing plays out, he gets Cyborg gets the vision from the mother box.
mm-hmm.
Barry reverses time, hits the lightning. They raise Superman. He gets up, and then that fight happens. It wasn't
Yeah,
really much of a fight. It was Superman destroying them.
yeah. It's Superman. I love how like when Wonder Woman like gets in front of him, like she headbutts him, right? And he headbutts her back.
Yeah.
She looks at him and headbutts him again, and then like he smiles at her like, "Oh, okay, we playing." Like he fucking headbutts her ass in the
I think
ground.
he like flies up, right? He's still holding her, and he flies
Yeah.
up and boom.
Boom! Oh,
Yeah.
we playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a yeah. I think she's like probably the only person that'd be a match for him.
Yeah,
Anyway.
The next person, like, I mean, would be her, but I mean, look what just happened. Like,
So he eventually attacks Batman, and then Lois Lane comes and starts talking to him, and they
Yeah.
fly off together. So that ends that scene,
yeah.
which is I guess somebody has to turn Superman good.
I mean, it
Um,
would be Lane.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, has to be Lois Lane. And then we get Steppenwolf coming for the last box. Now that it's been activated, he knows where it's at. So he teleports in, and then Victor's dad, or Cyborg's dad, marks it. I guess he heats it up so
Yeah,
that the Justice League would be able to trace wherever it's going. And in the process, he dies. He like melts away. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was pretty sad. I ain't gonna lie. He just starts disintegrating like right in front of Cyborg. Like it's like one of those like, oh, dude, that sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. So was that in the Whedon cut or no? I keep asking you.
No,
I don't know because I'm not gonna watch that version. Cause
you're fine. You're fine. And no, it wasn't. It was not.
Okay. That's so much more like, I don't know. This is like a totally different movie then, because I don't know how you can do without Victor and Victor's dad.
Dude, Victor's dad wasn't even in the movie.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Are
Like,
you serious?
Cyborg was just there to be there.
Oh
like, I'm
my
not
god!
Watch it, but if you just go on YouTube and see some side by side comparisons, like you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
this is not the same movie.
yeah, it's not. It's really not the same movie.
Yeah. So he marks the box, sacrifices himself, and that's how the League or Justice League are able to track him to where his base is in Russia, which is pretty.
Yeah.
Cool. It's a pretty badass base with that whole dome on top. Looked really nice. But yeah, they assemble and they go take off finally. And they get there, start fighting parademons. Barry's running circles around for some reason. I want to see Barry do more. Barry's OP. Barry Allen is ridiculously OP. Like, he could be running through parademons and like splattering them, but I don't know. For some reason, they just didn't have him in like doing any combat. But yeah, they're killing parademons. They're trying to get inside. They knock down the tower, right, so they could get inside.
Yeah, they blow the shield tower. Batman does it.
Yeah, he gets inside, knocks it down.
And at this time, you got to remember, Superman is with Lois Lane at their farm trying to get all his memories back, which they do. But if you're just asking or thinking, well, where the hell's Superman? Like, at this part, he
shows up.
Yeah, he does. He shows up.
But yeah, he's on the farm, right? And he's with Lois.
Yeah, he's on the farm with Lois. And then their mom shows up. And, like, he remembers who he was and all that.
Yeah. So while that's going on, they're attacking Steppenwolf's base that he has, and yeah, and then he visits Alfred as well, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, so like before the League sets off and flies away to attack Steppenwolf's base, Batman tells Alfred like he'll be here, he'll show up, and like Alfred's just like, what makes you believe that? He's like, oh, faith, Alfred, faith, and like he was right. Yeah, but Superman's in his black suit, which, by the way, looks fucking awesome. Like that black suit looks amazing.
I love that suit. Yeah, I like it better than the original one, but that's just me.
Yeah, but yeah, I love the black suit.
We didn't want regular suit, right? This one, black suit. Okay,
there was no black suit.
Yeah, so they're there. They get inside. They're fighting. Steppenwolf. He puts the mother boxes together. They're about to fuse. Cyborg is inside trying to stop it. And he doesn't actually. They don't stop him. And they fuse and everything explodes. But at that moment, Barry gets probably his best scene in the movie.
The only scene where he made a difference. Not to be mean, right? Like his only scene where he actually did like a major fucking role. He pretty much saved everybody.
Yeah, I like that role because what happens is the boxes fuse and it explodes, right? It's supposed to wipe out Earth, turn it to ash.
Yeah.
So when that happens, everybody that's next to it dies, obviously.
Yeah.
So
even Superman.
Yeah. So when Barry's running back and he has that whole theme song and he's talking to himself, I like when he taps into the Speed Force and everything just slows down. Yeah. Explosion slows down. He starts running. The scene the part I liked about that is the rewind scene. So it explodes, it goes off, and then when it's rewinding, it all comes back. So you see the flesh on Superman come back. And
Cyborg, you see all like the metal material and the skull on his face. Like it was, I mean, Zack Snyder, man, he fucking does amazing shit, dude.
That was awesome, man. So Barry saves the day, rewinds time. They're there. Steppenwolf gets up, and then we get to the kill scene, which was pretty badass. So he's standing there seeing what's going on, and while he's standing there, there's a portal, by the way, open behind him, so Darkseid and Desaad can see what's going on.
And what I noticed too, that no one said anything on the right, there's a lady. That's Granny Goodness. Did you notice that lady with the white hair?
So I've heard of this character, right? That's her, right? She looks humanoidish.
Yeah, she's human, like noish.
Gotcha.
Granny Goodness, like she's a major fucking. She's a like. I mean, she's like another Dark Side, but a woman version, but still not as bad, but bad. Like I don't know where I'm coming with this, but I love like that's another great character, Granny Goodness. Like she's an evil motherfucker.
She
Like
looks awesome. She looks badass. Like his whole crew there looked awesome.
yeah, like she didn't talk. Like the camera didn't even zoom in on her, but that's her. Like she has the white hair, she has a staff. That's Granny Goodness. Like I know.
Maybe they're waiting to cast her. Maybe they're like, okay, we'll do CGI right now. If we do get another part, then we'll cast her as a character. I'd like to see that. Maybe Justice League versus Granny Goodness.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, the kill scene. The portal behind him. You see Aquaman stab Steppenwolf and put him up. Superman comes in, punches him for the alley hoop to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman
Beheads him.
Yeah, that was awesome. Head falls through the portal to Darkseid. Darkseid, I usually crushes his head, right, or something like that.
Like no one's given. Like just walks up and just crushes Steppenwolf's head.
Yeah, and decides like I told you he fell. The portal closes. And then they're talking about invading like the old way, like I guess they did in the past when Zeus and everybody was there. But that temple, dude, that they're walking through was dope, man. Like that was so apocalyptic and like I don't know if it was a temple or a church or something. Whatever they were in was just badass. I loved whatever they were in, and all the parademons that were standing there as they were walking, awesome, dude.
And pretty much, Darkseid tells them like, we're going to Earth. So now, if we do get another part, Darkseid's fucking coming. Like he's on his way now.
Yeah.
Like
I can't, dude. Like, oh man, it'd be such a good movie. I'll pay to go see that. Come on, man.
Yeah, me too.
So, Justice League, they win. Obviously, they stand up on top for the first time. We get a shot of like them standing epically together, right? Like Avengers had it. So now finally Justice League gets it. Did this happen in the Whedon cut as well or no?
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it pans over. They're all standing up. I mean, they are missing like a Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter. But yeah, that shot was awesome of them standing up. I love to see that, man. It's like, because you've seen it with Marvel, and I want to like I'm not the biggest fan of DC, but you want to see them do good too.
Yeah, you want to see the poses. You want to see the good guys win with their heroic poses, side by side.
Yeah. So in the ending, a lot of people were saying that the Whedon cut had Lois Lane talking over the ending, but this time, since we had Cyborg and we had Cyborg's dad in the movie, it was Cyborg's dad talking. So earlier in the movie, Cyborg, he hated his dad. He didn't want anything to do with him, so he crushes like this videotape that his dad gives him. Yeah, upon getting back, he puts the tape back together, and he finally listens to what his dad's telling him. So his dad just, tells him how he loves him and how he's, how he's sorry he wasn't there when he needed him and stuff like that. So that was good. That was a good ending, I think.
So, like, when his dad's, talking over, we see Clark Kent, Superman, but Clark Kent walking with a crowd, which I love this part. So Clark Kent, glasses on, nerdy suit. He's going to the Daily Planet. He's walking in a crowd. I think he hears something, so he runs to an alley and he does the classic Superman. Camera zooms in on his chest and he opens it, and of course we know it's going to be the Superman suit, but it's still the black suit. So I'm assuming that means we're still going to get more black suited Superman because he kept it on, like, because it's another day, like, yeah. So I love that.
Yeah, that scene was awesome. I also like the scene when he got the farm home back for his mom, and he asked Bruce, he's like, how did you get it back? Oh, I bought the bank.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I guess that works, man. So I know this Deathstroke and Lex Luthor were in the ending for the Whedon cut as well, right? Was it the same scene? Was there anything extra here?
I think the only thing that was extra was when. So you remember it starts off, they're in Arkham.
Yes.
And like the door opens and it turns out it's not him. I don't remember that part. I just remember Deathstroke on the boat going to meet Lex Luthor.
It's nice to have them two together. They're usually always paired together, so it was nice to see them two on the boat. But Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor, man. I don't know. I can't. I can't do it, man. He's too soft spoken. I was like, it's supposed to be Lex Luthor, man. Come on.
Like, okay, his acting, I could agree with you, but he has the look. Like, I don't know why
he does have the look. He does look like him.
he could pull off the suit, and he has the bald look, and he has that douchebag look like Lex.
Yeah.
But when it comes to acting like him, it's not there. Like,
Or
it's
speaking
not
like
there.
him. He's too
Yeah.
soft spoken. Like he's just like I'm just
Yeah,
like,
like he's
no, you're supposed to be Lex Luthor, dude. Come on. It's your Lex Luthor voice.
So, and then Deathstroke pops up and meets Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
And tells him like, you better have a good reason like for me being here. And he's like, Bruce Wayne is Batman, right? Like that's what he tells him.
Yeah, that's what he tells him.
Batman is because he wants to kill him because they have a history. So
yeah,
there's that.
They set that up nice. I think that was supposed to be like the next movie for Batman, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Deathstroke and Batman movie. So
who plays Deathstroke? Is it Joe Manganiello or Joe?
Yeah, Joey Manganiello.
Yeah. He does an awesome job. Like he sells Deathstroke to me. Yeah. And then we get Martian Manhunter, right?
Yeah. So
Bruce's home.
Yeah. So like I felt like it was kind of weird because Bruce Wayne gets up because he hears an explosion, right? Like, is that what happens?
So we're gonna talk about the nightmare scene, but when he wakes up from the nightmare scene is what happens is when he hears like an explosion. Yeah.
You're right. The nightmare scene was next, but
yeah.
Okay.
We can do it. Well, nightmare scene is probably like one of the best things, so we'll do that after. But yeah, Martian Manhunter shows up at the end of the film, and he comes down, and I'm kind of like, okay. I was like, well, where are you, dude? You could have been helping. He was just like, he came down with like, oh, you guys saved the planet, so I guess now I'll join you or something like that. So I was like, all right, man. You should have been fighting along with them, but whatever. Yeah.
So
and then, we get to the good part.
The best part, I'm assuming, for a lot of people.
So it's the nightmare, I guess, timeline or something. I want this movie, man. Like, make it into a movie for us, please. I think if we were to get one more movie, right? One more movie from the DCEU, everybody would probably want this nightmare timeline.
Yeah.
There's a way better Joker. The Joker's way better.
Yeah, Joker's totally different. Like the look, everything.
Yeah, I like this Joker. It's a lot better than what we got in BVS. So we get a scene with Batman and Joker, and they're sitting there, and they're talking about loss, right? I think Mira's the one she's pissed off because Arthur died. So she's like, "What do you know about loss?" She tells Batman, and then that's when we get the first appearance of Joker.
Yeah. Because the way it starts off, like, I think a bunch of parademons fly away, and Batman's like, it shows Batman alone, and he's like, okay, we're good. They're gone. So Cyborg shows up, Mira shows up with the trident, and Deathstroke.
Yeah.
So I'm just calling it Nightmare Justice League. Because, Arthur's obviously dead, Wonder Woman's dead, like, all the other ones are dead. And then that's what Tony was just saying, like, she talks about love, I think, like, you ever love someone, and then that's when Joker shows up in the distance.
Yeah, he's like sitting on a car, away from. He's part of because he is along with him, so he's part of that that Nightmare Justice League. So yeah, he's sitting there and he's like, and then he talks about his mom and his dad, and he's like, to watch where you go next, and then he talks about his son, which I guess they supposedly killed, right? It was supposed to be Harley Quinn and Joker that killed his adopted son. Who would it be his adopted son, though? Because Damian is his...
It's supposed to... No. So I'm assuming when they say adopted son, they're talking about, obviously, Robin. Yeah. But it could be either Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, or Tim Drake. Because he adopted them.
Yeah.
I mean...
okay.
So, yeah, he adopted... It could be any one of those. So, but I liked it because he's teasing him about it. He's like, you sent a little boy to do a man's job.
Yeah.
Like, teasing him that he killed Robin or he's part of Robin being killed.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad we got more of that because that's what I want to see. I want to see who the fuck plays this Robin that's dead because years back they tried the whole Robin thing and it didn't work. So I want to see what they do, like,
Yeah, like how in this universe, how would a Robin work?
Yeah, how a Robin would work, like Batman sidekick thing going on. But that's
uh,
me.
yeah, and then so he teases him about like obviously they lost Superman, like he went insane or something because Lois
Yeah,
dies. So Joker's over there teasing him about how he lost Lois or whatever. So yeah, going back to that scene with the skeleton, in Superman's hands, it has to be Lois.
yeah,
I can only guess she was hit by an Omega beam because of the way the
yeah.
other person dies. Would have been awesome if Jack Snyder was, or sorry, Zack Snyder was like, I'm gonna kill Lois Lane. We're gonna show it too.
I
Omega
hope
beamed her on screen.
they might as well. Like it'll be great.
Yeah,
But what happens at the very end? They hear a boom in the sky, and then they're like, "Oh shit, he found us!" And then, bam, Superman lands, and he's in his regular Superman suit this time, the red and blue,
yep,
and then he has his evil eyes, and then that's it, right? Like that's the movie.
yeah. That's it. He comes down. Well, the end it would be Martian Manhunter, but we went over that already.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
right.
he
Yeah,
wakes up. Yeah, Bruce wakes up from the nightmare, and because he hears like a boom in the distance or something like that. But yeah, Batman drops an F bomb. This is awesome.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
alright. I think there's two F bombs in this movie, right? I think Aquaman does an F bomb when they're at Bruce's mansion or whatever, and then he drops one at the end in the Nightmare universe. Man, make this damn movie, please. It would be really nice, dude. Like, I think everybody wants to know what's going on in that universe and why they're running from Superman. It's the same nightmare scene that you see in BVS, right?
Yeah, it's the same timeline. So the rumor is right now, like, of course, these are rumors, but supposedly this movie did really well on HBO Max, and HBO Max already is signing Zack Snyder to do part two and part three because Zack Snyder was making three movies out of this Justice League story.
Yeah,
So
he had like an interview or something where he was going, he's like, yeah, I had plans for a part two and a part three. This was going to happen. Like,
yeah,
I think that's the same interview where he was like, yeah, we asked Ryan Reynolds to see if he wanted to be in the movie. I mean, look,
Mhm.
I didn't really like that Green Lantern, but if they wanted to bring him into this one, I, give Zack Snyder a shot. I'd say do it.
I'll give Zack Snyder a shot. After seeing this, I'm like, just fucking do it. Just give us.
Give Zack Snyder all the money, okay? Let him make what he needs to make. I think they only spent like 80 million, 80 or
Yeah,
70 million on the Snyder cut. So it wasn't even
yeah,
that much. But they had a lot of people subscribing to HBO Max just for this.
yeah. Just for this movie.
Yeah. And there was a lot of people that wanted it. People campaigned for it for years. So and we
Yeah,
finally got it, and it was good. It was good. And this is coming
yeah.
from somebody who would shit talk DCEU movies all the time. It was really good. But yeah, what were your thoughts on the movie overall?
I fucking loved it. Like I loved it. Like I'm not like, oh, this is a fucking masterpiece, but
Yeah, yeah,
it fucking delivered. Like it, because when it was coming out, I was like, I believe it's gonna be better than Whedon's, but I didn't know it was gonna be this much better.
yeah,
Like it filled in lots of gaps, and the thing is, for me, it was a 4 hour movie. It felt like an hour and 30 minutes. Like
yeah.
throughout this movie, I was never bored. I never looked at my phone. I only got up to like get something to eat and pee, but I came right back. Like I was into this film, like very much.
Yeah, yeah, it was really good. Yeah, I could say the same. Like I said, I was like 1 a.m. and I was like, all right, I'll watch half and then I'll watch the other half in the morning or something. But I stayed up. The sun came up. I saw the sun coming up. I was like, oh well, I guess it was that good that I stayed up till like 7 a.m. to watch this. But yeah,
And what about you? Like what overall? What'd you think? I mean, I know you said you shit talk DC, but overall,
yeah, I liked it, man. It was really good. Like it intrigued me. So now I want to see more of it. So that's good.
yeah,
I didn't get that with Man of Steel. I didn't get that with
PVS,
BVS. But
yeah,
yeah, this definitely was just like, all right, I want to see what's going on now. Supposedly, so and then even now, if let's say we do get sequels, right? Now we have more story on Aquaman. Now we got more story on Wonder Woman. There's supposed to be a Flash movie in the works as well, which I would
yeah.
like to see. It was supposed to be what's the Flash movie based on?
Flashpoint,
Flashpoint. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you like Flashpoint? Flashpoint is one of my favorite comic book
I
series.
love that comic. Yeah, I love that comic.
Yeah, even if you haven't seen the animated series or not series but movie that they did on Flashpoint, go
Which is
watch it.
amazing too. Like it's almost as great as the book.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's
really fucking
so good. It's so good. Like if you're not gonna read the comic book, I would recommend going and watching the animated movie they made of it.
It's on HBO Max if you have it.
Yeah, yeah. So if you saw the Snyder cut, go watch that because that it's amazing. And if they made that into live action, we'll see how it does. I mean,
Yeah.
animated series does a good job. Comic book does a good job. Let's see if it's good in live action. But yeah, I would pay to go see that. I don't
Yeah.
really, like I said, I don't really like that Flash, but I'll give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, hopefully we'll get some more sequels for it, and we'll see what happens because there seems to be a lot of hype around it right now.
Yeah, there's still a lot of rumors going around. Like supposedly, Ben Affleck's coming back as Batman in his own show for HBO Max.
Oh, they're gonna do a little bit of what Marvel's doing then, huh? Like
Yeah, but it's a rumor, of course. But
that would
I
be
mean, like,
nice.
Jesus, we got Robert Pattinson movies coming out. Like, I want to see. Like, I mean, Batman's
Yeah.
Batman everywhere, dude. Like,
Yeah, Batman is DC, man. Batman is awesome.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see the universe continue, man. They sold me, or Zack Snyder sold it with this movie, so
Yeah, me too. I want more of this. Like I said, I loved Zack Snyder's universe since Man of Steel, but like I just really hope we get more. Like I'm down to fucking watch it. Even if HBO Max is like, well, you have our channel and you're paying, but we're gonna charge you another $30 just to watch this movie. I'll be like, I don't give a shit. Take the money.
here, take it. Yeah,
Money.
yeah. I have been converted. I am a DC fan. I like the DCU. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna go watch Aquaman. I'm gonna go watch the 2 Wonder Woman movies. I think that's all I've missed, right? Isn't
Uh,
for this universe? Yeah, I think so. I've seen Man of Steel. I've seen BVS. So
yeah. So yeah, that's it.
yeah. But yeah, Falcon Winter Soldier, awesome. Gonna continue watching it. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen next with that. Let's hope the DCU will continue with the Snyder cut. After the Snyder cut, that'd be awesome. But yeah, so yeah, that's the end of both the segments we have lined up. But Noe and I plan to do this every week. We're really big comic book fans, so and we're fans of pop culture as well. We love the movies. Yeah, yeah. So you can expect more from us in the future. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to this.
Yeah.
One more thing I gotta say, just because just throw it out there because fucking why not? We're not comic book gurus. Let's just throw that out there. We only know from what we've read, so I'm pretty sure the only 2 fans we'll probably ever have for this fucking podcast is like, read your fucking comics and know your shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, like we would like more feedback from people and like what they've read and everything.
Yeah,
So,
of course. There is a big encyclopedia of comic books,
oh yeah, shit, books been out 40s. Like I ain't gonna know any of that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
since before we've been born,
yeah,
we do read a lot, but we don't read everything. So
yeah. Fuck.
but yeah, all right, guys. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll tune in next time.